All right, everyone. Welcome back to All Wheel Drive Adventures TV. And in this episode, we got our little underglow kit for the dash. As you can see here, it's a Bluetooth car interior light kit with music sync. I could care less about the music syncing on this. I just want to have a little light underneath there, and in the back seat. So as I pull this out, obviously there's the remote. And so it's all USB. My goal is to plug it in the rear, and we're going to come out up here, come through here, sync through there, and then plug in there. So give me a moment to untangle everything and figure out how I need to make this work, and then we'll go from there on the installation. Okay, so in order for this to work, this is going to come up here, go through underneath here. It's going to come out right around down here and just go underneath there. I'm not really too concerned about it going like crazy deep underneath here. Then this will come through there, and then that'll plug in to charge there. Then we'll loop that going around to that side. So really, there's not too much to kind of honestly video on this. Basically, we'll find a spot, and we're just going to connect this bad boy probably right here. That's SSRS airbag. That's not enough. Oh, we can connect it against that. Is there anything on that side? So we can it just pills like this. All right, that's pretty simple. Hope you'll be able to see me do some of this. Basically, this is going to be where I want to kind of put it. And we'll just do that. I'm not really worried about seeing that where that is, because you're just not going to really see that. So then now I'm going to untighten this. Right. So now this is going to come out against this. So there's, and I kind of wish I would have waited before I did that. So give me a second here. I should have probably brought that through there, but probably not. That's going to be against that. The goal is this can come up easily. So I'm going to pull that underneath that. There's a connection spot back here. So we'll pop that out. So that way, this guy comes in behind here, and then this guy just gets reconnected. And that's all you need to do for that. So then this guy just stays along the curve. And then since we popped that up already, just kind of stay along the curve. You can probably go up underneath there. And you're obviously going to want to transfer all this underneath, right? So it's going to be the back. This is going to be the back, and then the front. So this needs to go first underneath here. All right. And then that'll be the one for the back over there. All right. So then you're going to want to come around, and this is going to be kind of hard to film, but I'm going to want to come around and grab this to a certain degree. I think I'm going to want to pull this rug out. And then you would want to take the first one, this guy. You want to kind of drag him out over here on this side. So give me 1 second. I'm going to kind of stop filming so I can kind of do this so I get better angle in here. All right, everyone. So it kind of helps that I moved up my seat and then I kind of pushed everything underneath there. As you can see, we got some lighting underneath here. And this will eventually be snapped in place, hopefully. I got to look a little bit further at where I want to kind of get that going in there. And then this will go underneath here. And that's really all it's going to go underneath is just that right there, right? I'm not going to do anything fancy with that. And then for now, I just got it plugged in up to this. I have a secondary color with this. So I'll eventually match whatever I do with this. Probably just going to leave this for here for now. Maybe I mount this to here or something. I don't really know. I think there's an app for the phone. I don't really know. Don't really care. I'll eventually get it set to one color, which is probably red, and that'll be it. So basically all I did, so you can see, is I kind of looped it after I got the seat up. I looped it up underneath here and just came out this way. So that's basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come around here and then just loop this up and go around this way for everything that needs to be gone. And then we're just going to go around that way to go up and then go from there. So give me just a moment and I'll do that. All right, so to make this easier, what you're going to want to do, so this is going to be the one that's going to go to the front. Push this front seat, passenger seat all the way up to the front. You're then going to go like such to where it'll kind of come through. So we can kind of do that so we don't get blinded. Now you'll see it kind of has come through. And the same will happen for this. Just kind of keep sliding it on through. And that'll eventually be your one in the back. So now we just got to slide this basically back up and out, which we're doing. And then that's kind of all I needed to do. I know I have this, which I can push on through and just kind of pop that through. So now what I'm going to want to do is gives this on through. Give myself a second here, because you're going to see me now take this off. I can. All right. So take this off. Like I said, not worried about this showing underneath. I probably should have checked where I should put this at. Think I can go against this. So I got enough. Let's see. Plus, we want to do against this. So we're going to pop this guy out. But I think for this one, we're just going to go underneath. It kind of doesn't really matter to me, but kind of does. So give me a second so I can kind of look further and we'll get it going. All right, I'm back. So I decided to kind of just do this. I don't really care where I see it goes. Everything else underneath didn't really look level. You're going to need a little prior tool. I just had to pop this guy out. Then basically I'm going to run this underneath here, kind of like we did the other side. And then I'm just going to open that up. Kind of let that go in. Give me 1 second here. All right, so as you can see, I got it under here the best I can. It just goes underneath here. Had to pause that for a moment because I need 2 hands to kind of put that, snap that back into place. This is now in here. I'm done with these. Then we kind of come back here. Really, only thing I need, I guess, kind of do is just, I guess, see how I want this to kind of go back here. We got plenty of room, so I'm probably just going to pull this to be like that. That does that. And then I can tighten this, but it's going to have to be a second. So give me a second. I'll pause this and I'll come right back. All right, so I'm back. As you can tell, minus a little bit right there. Basically kind of got it hidden. I used the pry tool. This is really the only thing that's kind of noticeable. I'm honestly fine with that. It'll actually be kind of hidden shortly. Once I kind of push it up against that, it'll just be that. Like I said, it's just me that drives in the car. I wish there was one underneath the glove box, like the Outback, because then I would just do an adapter for that, a 12 volt to the USB, but whatever. This is supposed to have a remote. Yep. So you can see it's blue now. I don't know if it's gonna feel the change. Give me a moment and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and it's working now. If you can look, I'll kind of see about going a little bit closer, not that close, but maybe. You can see the colors yellow. Now it's orange. It's green, a little blue, red. 50%. So we can do bright white. So it was just basically where the remote was. And that's why I I wasn't able to do it just a moment ago. But other than that, it's pretty simple, pretty quick, and I think I'm happy with it. You know, it was $20 for the kit. So yeah, that's basically about it. All I gotta do now is clean up my mess. And yeah, once again, thanks for watching All Wheel Drive Adventures TV. And if you like this video, just click the like button for me so that way I know I can make more content like this for you. And click the subscribe button so that way you know when I have new stuff released so you can watch it when you got free time. Once again, thanks for watching All Wheel Drive Adventures TV. See you on the next one.